I know how to make a chain. So under, over, pull, and there you go. And now you can make a foundation chain if y'all like. I've done it before. It's really easy, but we're just gonna do the chains first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's measure it. That's 20 so far. I think I'm gonna need like about, oh, there you go. 20, 21, we'll do 22. So to get my 8 inches, I went about 22 and got them. So now here, you can either, yes, it's up to you. You can go ahead and join it and start working in circles, or you can start right now doing your double crochets. So you're gonna chain 2 up, 1, 2, and then we're gonna go right here. And I like to go at the bottom because it's gonna go under the 2 loops. You see the 2 loops like that, and then take it up. And you're just gonna continue that under the 2 loops. There we go. Under. So it should look like this. If you go under the 2, see that? Can y'all see it? Like that. And then it unlooped. Alright, I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, so once you get around, you are, should be look like this. Now, I like to use this as my outside brim of my work versus the inside. Because this is smooth, I like to turn this inside and make it look like this on the outside. It just gives you a little extra texture, just especially at the bottom. That's how I like it. But if you're doing a headband, like if you saw my headband and my, this is basically how you do your headband also. You measure the circumference of your head and you chain around and you do the same method, okay? So now we're gonna chain up 1 and then we're gonna connect. No, we're not gonna chain up 1. We're gonna connect. So like I said, I want this to be the outside and this the inside. So I'm gonna do it like this and connect it to the top. And come around. And now you want to chain. Yep, it slipped. And chain. And now I got my outside. So this is my outside. This is my inside of the glove. And you can go ahead and join these. I'm not going to join it because I'm not going to really worry about it right now. But okay, so now we're going to do a front post. And depends on how long you want. This is what you're working at. It depends on how long you want this. Just keep measuring. It's how many front post and back post rows you will be doing. Okay. If I'm doing shorter one, probably like 3, 4, or 5, it's probably going to be a big one. So if you know how to do a front post, back post, front post, back post, so you know, yarn over, go back. This is the back post. And we're going to go through front post. Like I said, if this is getting in your way, go ahead and thread that so it won't move. It doesn't bother me much. But if it does, do it. Front post, back post. And you're going to do that all the way around. And then you're going to join at the slip stitch. And then you're going to start your next row of front post and back post. I'll see you on the next round. Okay, I'm all the way around. So I joined it with the slip stitch. You're going to chain up 2, or some people do 3. 1, 2, or 3. And you're going to continue the front post, back post. And when you back post, you want to go under the 2 little, right there. Oops, sorry. I ran out my yarn. My yarn got too tight. Like I say, I'm unraveling a hat while I'm doing this, so it's gonna tug. It's gonna tug a bit. So front post and back post. And we're gonna do this. Let's take 2 more rounds after this round. So we want four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 front post, back post rows. And I'll meet you after the 4th row. Okay, so you joined, you did the 4 rounds. Did 4 rounds. So now you want to try on your work. Let's see. Now if you want it longer, do another round or so to fit right here, or even longer. Do a couple more rounds to get the length that you want. But I'm just going to demonstrate. So this is about as far I'm going to do right now, because I'm just showing you how to make this. So we done that. So now we're going to do single crochet and a half double crochet, and you're going to single, double, single, half, single, half, single, half. So we're going to go to this first one, single, the next stitch, half double, single, half double, single, half double, and go all the way around till you get to the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, we're almost done with this first round. So I'm on my single, right? I want to put a double right here at the base of that. I mean, yeah, double, a half double, because I started with a single. Now I'm going to join it. And this is just so you'll have room in your hand. It gives you just a little wiggle room versus being really tight. Just a little wiggle room around this part of your hand. Okay, so you're going to chain up 1 again. And so now we're going to start this row off with a half double because we started with a single. Okay. And so where we did a half double, we're going to go in there and do a single. So this is double, single, and that's how you do that. So on top of my singles, I'm going to do a double right there in that chain, and see the chain is smaller. Singles go right there. It's a bigger section. Double, half double, single, half double. So you go all the way around. So my last stitch was a single, so I'm going to join it. And right there. So you're going to continue this pattern all the way up till you get about right when the thumb hits right. So you want to try it on. I say maybe about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. You should get to your thumb, the crescent of your thumb, and I'll meet you back after the 5 rounds. Okay, so I did mine more than 5. I have a larger hand. So from the base, from where we started at, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 total rows. Yours might be longer or shorter. So I'm just going to do it right here. Usually I'll pull mine all the way down. But like I said, I'm just going to do a short version of it. So now we're right here, and this is where we're at. So now we're going to measure how many notches we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to chain 6. I'm going to do 6. So we're going to turn it just like this. 6 notches to here, and we're going to lap over. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So we're going to chain 6, and then we're going to go over 6 stitches. So we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And slip stitch right there. Okay. So now we're going to continue our pattern all the way up until we get to this part of our hand. And I'm gonna show you how to go on this. Okay, so we're gonna chain our pattern. We're gonna chain and So right here, this is going to be, we're going to start right here. This is going to be a single crochet. So we're going to keep with our pattern. We're not going to change the pattern, okay? Gotta give me some more. Okay. This is a double, half double, single, half double, single. So I'm going to continue the pattern all the way till I get to this side right here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back around and we're about to start. So like I said, we're going to continue the pattern. So just did a double. I'm going to do a single in this first stitch right there. Oh, I'm sorry, a single. Right there in that crease. Then I'm going to do a double. So now with how I change it up, I got the flat side to the inside. So we're just going to go to the top. I usually go to the bottom, So like this, we want two, there we go, just like that. Single, and we want the two, just like we did the chains before. And same here. Double. We got the single. Double. Single. Okay. And then we should end up with a double right there. Okay. Nope, not right there. Sorry, we're gonna make sure it's in the corner. I skipped over one. Sorry. There we go. Now we should be back on track. So now we should do, it might be a little off. So I'm gonna just do a double right here. And back to a single. So, and this is how it should look. Your pattern's gonna get off just a little bit, but you'll keep it on point. So let me try it on. And this is how it's going to look so far, okay? So like I said, continue the pattern to where you feel comfortable, where you want your glove to stop. Up here or up here. All depends on you, on how far. Oh yeah, we're doing a whole glove. I'm so sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna do, continue this pattern all the way up our finger line, okay? Your finger line all the way up to your fingers up here. Then when I'll see y'all back when we get up to follow this pattern all the way up to our finger line, okay? Okay, so just so you know, when you do these rounds, I don't have a stopping point. There's no stopping point. You just keep going, okay, until you get the length that you want. See that, remember, like before we had to each row, slip stitch. Right now we're doing rounds. There's no slip stitching. You just keep going. You don't need a marker or anything. It's up to you. But like, say I don't need a marker. You're not gonna tell because I'm gonna keep going around and around and around. That it's a seamless pattern, okay? So just a hint that if you like, where's my, I need a stitch marker. Oh, where am I at? You don't really need to worry about that because you're just gonna go until you get the required length that you need. And I'll see you back when we reach our top of our finger line. Bye. Just a quick stitch. Okay, so I think it looks so cute just like this. The pattern is just beautiful. So, but if you want to stop right here and have your fingers out, just go back and trim it with half double crochet, front post, back post, to trim it to make that pretty trim to match the bottom if you like. And then you can go just a single stitch around here just to finish the thumb off. But the thumb looks good like that. Like, it really does look good. the angle I have it. So you can always stop right here and do it, but if you continue on up, okay. But I thought just a little side, it looks too cute. It looks good like this. I love this pattern, just great. Okay, so we are at our finger line. So I'm gonna stop mine right here. I'm not worried about the top because I'll probably end up taking this apart anyway. So we're at the finger line. So now I'm going to join with a slip stitch right here to make it even. Okay, so now what we're going to do, you're going to chain up one, and then you're going to do single crochet, half double crochet, but you're going to skip a chain. So I'm going to skip this one and go a single right here, or okay, we're going to do a decrease, single. Okay, then the next one we're going to do a decrease. Okay, still the same pattern that we've been doing. Okay, single crochet, decrease, half double crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease. Okay, half double crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, half double, half double crochet, decrease, until we get back to our other decreases right here, and then you're gonna slip stitch when we get to that one, and then we're going to do another round of decreases if you can. Now if you can't, then we'll see, but you should be able to get almost 2 rounds of maybe decreases until you can't. Then we're going to so I'm almost there. So I'm right here, so I'm going to slip stitch right there to my decrease. So this is what you should be almost to, and so you should be able to do another set of decreases all the way around, and I'll be back. So like I said, I did one more round of decrease. So now we're going to take a good bit of yarn off, cut, pull out. Now you're going to get your yarny needle, now on this one you can turn your work inside out to sew to the inside of this if you like. If not, you can just do it forward. So we're just going to go in and out of our work to close this hole up completely. And I like to crisscross, weave it in and out. You want to make sure you're weaving it right. Put it on, see, so you can see your work a little bit better. And then see the little holes. Now I like to go is around the holes to fill them in, just to get a little bit more like this. Just like to go around and around. Once you know it's not going to come out anytime soon. You feel me? I'll go back this way. So just work it till you feel comfortable that, okay, I think this is good. I think my hand is pretty covered. I'm gonna skip the stitch right there. That's why that hole's right there. But this is what this is for. This is what I do when I see stuff like that. I go in and I cover it up. See? And now you got the tip of your glove is done. Look how cute. Okay. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And you know, you just weave that back in. When you're done weaving, you feel comfortable with how it looks. Go back in, pull it to the inside and weave it in. So now we're going on to our thumb. So, okay, now we're on to the thumb. So we're gonna attach our yarn to our, I have this little gap right here. So I'm gonna start at this little gap. This can be the inside of your thumb or the outside, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna pull I like to pull both yarns through, the tail and like that, and pull the tail out, and then tug on that tail, okay? Because the tail's gonna go with me. Okay, so now we're gonna do single crochet in that first one, double crochet, half double crochet in the second stitch right there. And just like our glove, we're going to continue the same pattern. Now, if you can get it in the stitch, that's fine, the top stitch. If you prefer to get it in the gaps, do the gaps. It's up to you. I kind of just freeform it the first go round because it's kind of hard to get in the stitch sometimes, and then if the stitch is too loose, it pulls, and then I have to go back and fill the gaps. So if you can get into the stitch like I did, I got in the stitch, but I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go right here. That's what I'm gonna go in between. Only because I want a good hold on my stuff. Okay. Let's go here. Tip again. Single. Double. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm all off camera. Sorry. Single. Double. Single. And we're back to the beginning, and we're gonna go into the top stitch that we had, or overhead, and slip. Okay, so we got our first round. So now you're gonna continue this round all the way up your thumb, the same method that we did our glove, single half double until you get to the tip of your thumb, and then we're gonna close off just like we did the top. And it's much easier when you get to the thumb. So I'll see you back when I get to the top of my thumb. Okay, yeah. So just to let y'all know, when each time you come around, you are going to join with the slip stitch. You're not going to continue like I did with this part of my glove with the continuous circle. So you are going to be making a little line. So I'm going to go right here to finish my before I slip stitch, make my single crochet. And now I'm going to go right in this. I'm going to skip this one and go to the base of this one and slip stitch. And then what it's doing is so your thumb is not wide. It's gonna keep narrowing your thumb up so it's not bulky. Okay, so you kind of see the line that I made. It's making a little crease. I particularly don't do that, but this one, because I don't want the thumb to be too bulky, every time when I'm about to snip stitch, I skip over a piece of it. So I don't even chain up. I just go into my stitch and I go in. So if y'all want to keep the stitch marker, this is the part you're gonna go into. You're gonna stitch in this one. I don't chain up, okay, at all. And I just go around, same pattern, okay. And you notice my hole is getting smaller and smaller because that's the look I want. I don't want my thumb to be too bulky. Then I have to do too many decreases. So actually it's going to be easy when we close off, okay, when you get ready to close off on this one. So I'm going to get around and I'll show y'all again. I'm almost there, so I'm going to do one more right here. Just because it's too far away for me to close it off. All right, so, and see, that's the stitch I came out of. I'm going to this one and slip stitch at the bottom right here, and I'm ready for my next row. Okay, so let me try this on. I might be almost ready to sew that up, but see how small it is? It's not bulky. You don't want it bulky. Oh yeah, we're about ready to close this up. I think one more round, maybe two more rounds, and then I should be ready to close mine up. Okay, we're ready to close it up. Okay, so we're just gonna decrease with single crochets. Okay, with this one, because it's a little small area. We don't need to do too much with this one. Okay, so we're just gonna decrease all the way around. Just probably one set of decrease, and then we're gonna sew the rest of it. Okay. And there we go. We backed around already. Okay. So now, okay, we did one round of decrease. So now we're going to, we chain one, decrease, chain, slip stitch, chain one, get your yarn, put it on the needle. Okay, same thing with the top. It's gonna go around, back and forth till you like the look of it. And if you do like me, I like to put it on and make sure my thumb is sitting in there perfectly. Okay, and just working it in and out. Like I say, if I like to see if there are any gaps, I'll fill them in with my needle and my thread.